everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva. I'm here today with my cameraman. Say hi, cameraman.
Hi, cameraman.
Well, we're in New Jersey and boy, it's bitter cold, sunny, but that wind is howling. Oh my gosh, kept me up most of the night. That's crazy wind, isn't it, cameraman?
Surely.
Wow. But anyway, we're here today. Forget about that wind. And as promised, I told you in January, I was going to try to bring you some keto recipes. Now, for those of you who don't know what keto is, I'm not really here to explain the entire way of eating to you. I will just tell you that it's very high fat, it's moderate protein, and it's extremely low carbohydrates. And that's how this works. So today, I'm going to bring you a recipe for a cheesecake fat bomb. Now, I know what you're all saying. Those of you that are familiar with keto know what fat bombs are. And those of you who are not are saying, what the heck is she talking about? What is a fat bomb? Well, actually, fat bombs are, well, you can make them in different varieties. They're round, at least I make mine round, and what they do is they give you that extra fat in your diet that you need on keto. If you don't feel that you're getting enough fat in, because there are proportions that you're supposed to follow, macros, etc. But if you don't feel like you're getting enough fat in your diet, those fat bombs will help you. And the other thing is sweetener. You put the sweetener in the fat bombs and you feel like you're having a treat or a dessert. And they keep many people on keto. I think many people have told me that's their salvation, that's their saving grace, to be able to go take 2 or 3 fat bombs. You feel like you're indulging yourself with something that tastes like a treat. So should we get started, cameraman?
Please.
All right. This is so easy. This is 3 ingredients. Now, what could be easier than this? The 4th ingredient is optional, and I'll show you that later. So first thing we need is a bowl. So I'm going to take my bowl, don't need a mixer. We're going to put in here, now I'm giving you the recipe for, this is going to be a single recipe. When I make these, I like to double it, because if you pop 2 or 3 at a time, they don't last too long. You can keep them in the freezer in an airtight container. But my suggestion is try the single recipe out, and if you like them, the next time, double it. Okay, so I'll put the recipe in the description box below. So the first thing we're going to do is put a 4-ounce block of regular cream cheese. This is not low fat or light. This is regular cream cheese, softened. You can soften it at room temperature in a bowl. So I'm going to put that in first. Okay. Next, we're going to put in here 1/4 cup of peanut butter. Use the smooth peanut butter. There you go. And mine is, I forget what it is. Do you remember, cameraman, what this peanut butter brand is? Is it Peter Pan or one of those? Wait, that other one.
Is it or a Jif?
Jif, yeah, it might be Peter Pan or Jif. It doesn't matter. Use whatever brand you want. But this is 1/4 cup of peanut butter. So let me get that in there. Okay. And the last ingredients is going to be a sweetener. Now, this recipe calls for stevia. It calls for stevia. Stevia in the raw is what I use. I don't like artificial sweeteners. I don't care for them. And any sweetener that is sugar alcohol does not like me. I get stomach cramps from it. And this might be too much TMI, but let's just say I have to run to the bathroom. So I'm very picky about my sweeteners, and this recipe does call for the granulated stevia. Now this is a big bag of stevia. You don't have to buy this. It comes in little individual packets, etc. Comes in smaller bags. But this is a 0-calorie sweetener. It's stevia in the raw. And I'm going to just read you what it says in case you're not familiar with it. And stevia does not bother me at all. So I guess it's a preference for everybody, but this has no effect on me. To me, it tastes just like sugar, and it's my preference. Stevia in the raw gets its bold taste from the sweet leaves of the stevia plant. And the stevia plant grows naturally in the Americas. In the raw, bakers use stevia just like sugar. It measures cup to cup just like sugar does. So it's very easy to use in your recipes. So you can cut your calories. We're not looking to cut calories here, but you can cut your calories in any recipe by using stevia instead of sugar. So I really enjoy stevia, and that's what my recipe calls for. So I've already pre-measured this. Let me get it over here. And you're going to put 2 tablespoons of your granulated stevia in with your peanut butter and your cream cheese. And then you are going to mix it until it's all combined and it's nice and smooth. So let me do this off camera, cameraman, so that you don't have to waste your time sitting here watching me combine it. But once I get it all combined, I'm going to come back in a second and show you what we do next. Okay, so as you can see, I just mixed everything with a spoon until it was all very well combined. So I'm going to put that aside now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a cookie sheet that I put some parchment paper on. Now, when I told you in the beginning that this was a 3-ingredient recipe, the 4th ingredient is optional. I like to use the 4th ingredient, but that's really up to you. So what I did is I took some dark, semi-sweet chocolate morsels, and I crushed them in my Ninja. I just put them in there, pulsed it a few times until I got them crushed. I washed my hands. Let me take the lid off the Ninja. And I'm going to put my crushed chocolate into this dish. There you go. I found that, when you try to crush chocolate with a rolling pin, in the Ziploc bag, it's not so easy. And these little buggers were not working. And I didn't want to pulverize them too much in my Ninja because they'll turn into cocoa powder. So this is fine. So what you're going to do, you can do it with a spoon, you can do it with your hands, it's up to you. But you're going to take about a golf-sized portion of this mixture, and you're going to roll it in your hands, make a ball. And then you're going to roll it, if you like, you don't have to, into the chocolate morsels. So easy to do. These are delicious. What's going to happen is after I get these done, I'm going to put them in the freezer for a couple of hours. And then they're all set and ready for you to enjoy. Now, these can be kept in an airtight container in the freezer for quite a while. And then you just pop them out when you want to eat them. Now, what I do is when I take them out of the freezer, I let them just sit, the ones I'm going to eat, for a few minutes because they're pretty hard when you take them out. And then after, really, a minute or two, they soften up. And I'm telling you, they are delicious. It tastes just like you're eating a cheesecake bite. And if you are on keto or low carb, these are perfect. You're getting the fat in your diet, but you're not getting the carbohydrates in there. And whether you put the chocolate on them or not is really irrelevant. They're still delicious and they still taste like a treat. And, people that miss the sweetness and the sugar on keto, they love these because you don't feel like you're depriving yourself. And I always feel like you need this because, at least I'm talking for myself personally, because if you don't have something that satisfies you and doesn't make you feel deprived, then you're going to be able to stick with it and enjoy it. So I'm going to continue doing these. They'll go in my freezer for a couple of hours. Then I'll take them off this cookie sheet. I'll put them in an airtight container. I'll probably have 2 or 3. And then I'll, continue to put them back in the freezer. So if you enjoyed this cheesecake recipe, shoot, my hair's going in my eyes, and I'm getting cheesecake on my face. If you enjoyed this recipe, and you're not already a subscriber of mine, head on down below and hit that red subscribe button, because I have another keto recipe that's coming that involves chicken, and I'm telling you, it's delicious and it's super easy, so you won't want to miss that. So after a couple more keto recipes, then I'll end up going back to my my regular baking. But I like to please everybody, so I like to put a little bit of this and a little bit of that in my on my channel, so that those that are on keto or low fat can enjoy it, and those that aren't can enjoy the others. So anyway, thanks to the cameraman for shooting this today, and thank all of you for watching. And I'll put some stills in there. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and make comments if you like. I love to read your comments. I've become friends with so many of you on YouTube just from watching each other's channels and responding to comments, and YouTube becomes like a big family. So anyway, I hope to see you all very soon. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And what do I always say? Toodles!